Die Paarl. Een van die grootste dorpies in die Wynland.
Met meer as 260.000 mense, 65.000 huishoudings.
Plekkie met sy asemrowende natuurskoon, pragtige berge en klomp wingerde en wynplase wat mense van heinde en verre lok.
Maar agter hierdie pragtige dorp met al sy inwoners, ou geboue en mooi natuurskoon, is daar stories wat baie min mense van weet, of wat baie min mense wil glo. Stories van geestelike inwoners wat eintlik vergete moes bly. Ons besoek die spookdorp Paarl.
En ek sien so die twee brein verpleegsterskoentjies amper so in die mis verdwyn.
The house itself has got a very scary nature to it.
She sees them and she can talk to them.
Ek is nog wel bou na my ondervindinge en oor die jare en die tydperke wat ek nou groot geword het en glo ek daar bestaan spooke. September 22, 1989 ek is swanger en op daardie datum is my keisersnit bespreek by Paarl Hospitaal waar ek opgeneem word. En my dogtertjie Bronwyn word daar gebore. Komplikasies tree in met die geboorte en ek kon Bronwyn nie sien nie. En dit raak nou al by dag 3 en 'n ma se gevoel is, waar is my kind? Ek wil net my kind sien. Vra vir die dokter, vra vir die verpleegsters, kan ek asseblief net 'n glimp kry van hoe my dogtertjie lyk? Die antwoord is nee. Dit is nou die Dinsdagoggend toe Bronwyn gebore word. 5 dae later begin ek planne te maak, maar iets klinkie van my reggie. Ek moet 'n plan maak om by my kleinkind uit te kom. Hoe maak jy nou 'n plan om daar uit te kom met al hierdie verpleegsters en op en af? Ek sal maar wag tot vannag. Net so kort voor 12 skrik ek wakker en 'n ou tannie lê langs my. Ek sal nie eintlik sê ou tannie nie, maar ook my ouderdomsgroep. Wel bekend aan my en sy lê en lees die Bybel. Maar my hart klop hier want my plan is in aksie. Ek wil hier op want ek moet hier in. Nou lê en kyk ek die tannie so lees die Bybel. En ek staan op, gryp my kamerjapon, trek my ou slippertjies aan en ek is hier af. Ek gaan nou kastig toilet toe of badkamer toe. Ek kom daar by 'n klein venstertjie, daai jare was dit genoem, in Engels noem ons dit die incubators. En daar is nou so 'n klein gordyntjie voor die piepklein venstertjie by die deur. Ek kan niks sien binne toe nie. Maar daar hang 'n kamerjapon en 'n maskertjie. Reg. Glip aan die japon, sit die maskertjie op my gesig. Maak seker niemand sien my nie. Draai oop die deur, daar gaan ek. Eerste incubatortjie wat ek kom. Herken ek hierdie gesiggie, dit is myne, dit behoort aan my, dit is my dogtertjie wat hier lê. Oeps, daar word ek gevang. Die suster kom daar in En sy help my uit. Ek is stram, ek sê nee, ek gaan nie hier uit sonder my kleintjie nie. Suster sê, oké, kom ons sit haar maar aan jou bors dan so lank, borsvoet daar. En suster is weg. En ek vat vir kleintjie, so half onder die hospitaalkamer japon en ek sluip terug na my bed toe. En die tannie langs my lê nog steeds in Bybel lees. Maar ek is nou baie opgewonde want die kleintjie is nou hier, sy is hier onder my. En ek klim op die bed en ek gaan lê. Die hospitaal se liggetjie brand, staat die hospitaal liggetjie af. Sjoe, maar ek hoor net 'n kwaai klap na my toe deurkom, laat my wang gloei. En ek kyk op en ek sê vir myself, wie klap my dan nou so hier langs my lê dan 'n tannie wat die Bybel lê en lees. Joe, ek kyk vandag op en ek sien hoe beweeg die wit uniform weg van my af. En ek sien so die twee bruin verpleegster skoentjies amper so in die mis verdwyn. 5:00 die volgende oggend moet ons uit, ons moet opstaan. En ek kry die geleentheid om na die badkamer toe te gaan. Was my gesig, spoel my gesig af, kyk in die spieël. 5 vingers lê en wag vir my. Daardie antie of daardie verpleegster het my geklap. Dat 6 dae na daardie klap, toe verdwyn daardie 5 vingers op my regterwang.
The house that we moved into, to Paarl, goes down in generations, passed on to each son or daughter, and my father was one of the people to inherit it. So it's basically very old. And you know, these big windows and big doors and everything just looks huge. So the way the rooms are spread out in the house is pretty far from each other, so you know, I could be in my room and my sister could be in her room and we wouldn't be able to hear each other or anything like that. So one night I had fallen asleep with the window open and my bed is right across from the window. So in the summer we keep our windows open to keep cool, or you know, when it gets really hot and sticky at night. And my head was opposite the window, so I was laying that way. And then I woke up to the feeling of somebody touching the top of my head, almost scratching it. And I remember thinking to myself, it's maybe my sister or someone trying to wake me up to tell me something, or they need something. Or so I stretched up and I felt the hand on my head, and I could feel the bone and I could feel the nail, and it felt like a realistic hand. So I grabbed my phone on the counter, I put on my flashlight and I looked around the room and there was nobody there. And my first instinct was somebody came in the room while I was sleeping. So I put on all the lights and I look, I check outside, there's nothing. And it felt like whatever came in didn't leave again. It was just a feeling of someone was trying to warn me about something, and if I didn't wake up, I don't know what would have happened.
Ex-plaasbestuurder van 'n baie bekende plaas in die Suid-Agterberg het vir ons die volgende storie gedeel. Jare terug toe hulle op die plaas gebly het, het hulle in die kombuis 'n deur gehad wat nie meer sleutel gehad het. So die deur was altyd oop, so hulle het 'n latch opgesit dat hy kan dan net toe bly. En talle kere het hulle by die deur gekom, as iemand wil inkom, dan is die deur gesluit. As jy die latch oopmaak, is die deur gesluit. Niemand het 'n sleutel nie, niemand weet waar die sleutel is. Dat hulle fisies die slot moes afhaal om die deur te kan oop. Baie keer as die mense wat op die plaas werk, die ou baas se huis moet gaan skoonmaak, het die vrouens wat die sleutel kom haal het, na die plaashuis toe gegaan en hulle het gaan skoonmaak, geen probleem. Maar sommige dae het hulle die sleutel kom haal, binne 5 minute teruggekom en die sleutel daar neergesit en gesê, jammer. Die ou baas wil hê hulle moet vandag die huis skoonmaak. Maar die ou baas is al baie jare terug dood. Latere jare het hulle begin wyn maak op die plek en hulle het 24 uur 'n dag, 7 dae 'n week het hulle wyn gemaak. Met die gevolg dat hulle 'n sekuriteitsmaatskappy gehuur het om elke uur dan net so deur die plaas te loop om seker te maak dat daar niks is wat die mense kan pla nie. En daai sekuriteitswagte het nooit 2 aande in 'n ry daar kom werk nie. Partykeer is hulle gejaag deur 'n perd wat niemand kon vang nie. Ander kere het die ou baas hulle self kom jaag. En soms het daar 'n koplose pony uit die boom gegaan.
Daar's baie spookstories wat mense vertel. Baie mense met hulle eie ondervindings, stories wat gehoor word. Soos onder andere meneer Garley wat in 93 aan Paarl Pos vertel het dat hy in 1925 in 'n huis in Suiderpaarl ingetrek het. Eerste aand wat hulle in die huis bewoon, het hulle 'n figuur in die venster sien sit. Nou almal moet gewoond raak seker aan die nuwe huis, net maar afgeskryf aan so 'n geval. Aand nommer 2 het hy sy vrou wakker geword met die slaan van hulle ruitsluiters en weer eens lig nog die wind waai, maar daar was geen wind gewees. So het aangehou vir aande, elke keer tussen 11:30 en 12:30. Op 'n aand het meneer Garley wakker geword met 'n geluid in die gang. Hy het gaan ondersoek instel met 'n kers en daar was niks gewees nie. Hy het teruggestap net om stemme in 'n ander kamer te doen. Hy het sy vrou gaan wakker gemaak om gaan ondersoek instel. En sy het ook die stemme gehoor. Dag daarna het sy vrou by 'n eetkamertafel gesit, naaldwerk gedoen, toe sy 'n manlike figuur uit die kombuis uit sien staan. Net om uit die agterdeur uit te stap en nooit weer gesien te word. Hulle gaan ondersoek instel by bure. En so het hulle uitgevind dat hulle onbekende bewoner was niemand anders nie, maar sy vorige huiseienaar wat weke gelede in die huis oorlede is.
I was married very young, and my husband went on a trip to Joburg business, and on his way back from Joburg, he was in a car with his nephew, and there was an uncle in the car, and the uncle got tired of driving, so my husband took over and started to drive. But when he turned out off the highway, a truck came and rode right over him. Killed him instantly. He died in the crash. The uncle had got very bad brain damage, and the nephew was laying in the back seat sleeping. His leg that's very bad. Can't walk properly still today. And it was 2 days before my daughter's first birthday, the accident, and she wasn't walking yet. And I remember the phone call I got was my sister-in-law, his sister, and she was just screaming, "I want my brother, I want my brother, I want my brother." And I was like, what is this, like a prank, or what is this person saying? And then her husband phoned to say, "I need to come to the house." And I could hear her screaming in the background, "I want my brother, I want my brother, I want my brother." And now I don't know what's going on. So I took my daughter Sandra Lee, got into the car, and we drove down there to the house. And she was practically like on the floor, and she was crying. And then the brother, he said to me that he's dead, your husband's dead. And you just stand there, and it just doesn't seem true. You feel like you're sleeping, you're in a dream, and you're going to wake up, and it's just too fast and everything. And I'm planning a birthday party for my daughter's first birthday, and my husband's on his way home, but it's not going to happen. That evening, Sandra Lee she pulls herself off on the bed and stands, where she feels her way around the bed like a baby does when they want to start to walk. And she turned, and she just took 3 steps and walked. It was the first time she walked. But her hands were up like this when she walked, and she took her first 3 steps, and everybody was just quiet in the room. And then that night I went home, and my grandmother, I remember growing up with her, she was sitting in a chair, and she used to tell me, there's somebody that's there. There's people that's in the house and stuff, and she sees spirits. They called you born with a cord. She sees them and she can talk to them, and they talk back to her. And I, growing up with my gram, you don't believe in things like this because you don't see it, you don't talk to them, so, you know, lady's crazy, just let her be. And the next morning, we have a fold-up crib thing that stands in the lounge, and my grandmother's chair is near to there. She keeps her eye on Sandra Lee. And the TV was on, and I was watching the TV, trying to get my mind about what is going on, and my grandmother called me and she said to me, Sandra Lee's father is here. I said, Granny, time for nonsense now. She said, no, he's standing there and he's looking over the cot and he's looking at Sandra Lee. I said, Gran, you know, this is very difficult for me and I'm trying to focus and think what is going on and what has just happened. And she says, no, really, he's standing there. I will tell you he's standing there. I said, how do you know he's standing there? She says, I'll tell you what he's wearing. I said, what is he wearing? She says, he's got that avocado green shirt on and his black jeans is on. And you know, my gran has seen him in this outfit before and packed his bag, and I did pack in the avocado shirt and the black jeans was packed in amongst his luggage. I thought, oh, you know, she's just seeing things again. Anyway, so the sister had to fly down to go and get the body and all of his luggage and his things, his jewelry and stuff that he had on, his wallets, his identification and stuff, and obviously arranged for the body to be brought down. And yeah, she came back a day later and we were at her house and she brought in the things and she came into the room and she put down the suitcase and the wallet and stuff she gave to me and things, and there was a doll that he had bought for her which also came with the luggage, and the bag, plastic bag with the clothes in that he was in the accident. And she said that she will just throw away the clothes because it's full of blood and they had to cut it up to get it off him. And I said, yeah, take the bag. And I reached down to open up the suitcase and then I said, just bring me the bag. Bring me the bag. And she came and she brought me the bag and I opened, it was knotted twice. And I knotted the plastic bag. And inside the bag was the green shirt and the black jeans. And I thought, yeah. But my grandmother said that, and she must be seeing spirits, and he must have been there, and she must have seen it.
In die Paarl Post van 1939 het Hugo Verkuil vertel hoe werkers aan sy pa vertel het dat na 'n doodskreeu gehoor is, hulle iemand aan die dood moes afstaan, 2 dae later. In so 'n geval was daar 'n man wat gesien is deur die oggend in die wynkelder instaan. Hy het daarna verdwyn en 3 dae later is meneer Laai in 'n frats ongeluk daarna dood. Een aand na ete, terwyl meneer Verkuil se pa en sy kinders op die stoep gesit het. Hulle het 'n figuur sien aankom met 'n lantern op. Soos die figuur nader gekom het, kon hy deursigtige silhouet van 'n waas. Die het net soos mis verdwyn. Maar hulle kon nog steeds die geluide hoor, die voetspore van die perd op die grys. 2 dae daarna is daar 'n geliefde kind van die werkers oorlede.
So daar het julle dit. Die Paarl is nie net 'n dorp van mooi mense, lekker wyn en 'n monument op die berg. Daar's heelwat stories van die onbekende.